Welcome back to Grand Arena Championships. This is season 13 and we are in season 10, week 1, round 2. In this second round, I am matched up against Brady, the Sith Smiter. Let's look at how we match up with Brady. Taking a look at the hotbot, you can see I have the majority of the red on my side, but he does have some. So let's zoom in and take a look. In terms of statistics, I have him beat in every category, and it looks to me like he just doesn't play a lot. You can see he has 187,000 lifetime banners. He has half as many offensive wins, a third as many defense as I do. So I'm not sure that he plays a whole lot. When you look at his roster, he does have a higher GP than I do, both overall, top 80, top 65. I have slightly more Zetas, so he's been playing a long time to have 88 Zetas. I do outspeed him by a little bit and have more G13s, but he has almost 30 more G12s than I do at his disposal. In terms of mods, he has less than half as many 6-dot mods as I do, and I have a huge speed advantage over him. Relic wise, I do have more total relic levels, but he does have 2 tier 7 relics as well as a tier 6, and my highest relic is a tier 5. So let's take a look at his roster to see what we can see. So he runs a 6-star negotiator in fleet, and he does not have a malevolence. But honestly, I'm not sure what to expect from him because my man Brady here is not on SWGOH.GG. I think this is a huge flaw in the system. If CG is going to track our Grand Arena Championship history and make it available on a third-party website, then they need to do it for everybody. The fact that somebody hasn't gone into the system to register their account allows them to have a huge advantage if they want to take it. Now, I don't think my opponent intentionally is looking for some kind of edge because, like I showed in his statistics, he just doesn't play very often. I don't think he's that into it. But the fact that I'm unable to go online and see what his tendencies are is definitely a disadvantage if he were to choose to do that. Again, I don't think he's going to. Looking at his roster and looking at all his G13s to kind of get an idea of what his tendencies are, kind of a normal grouping of stuff you might imagine. He has a Padme squad that looks pretty good. You can see Padme and Kenobi are both relic. He's got both JTR and Stick Ray relic along with Resistance Trooper. Maybe he's starting to go for Galactic Legend Ray. He's got his Darth Revan and his Basilisk Sean Fallen JK. He doesn't have a gas. He has the majority of the teams you'd think available at Gear 12. The fact he's not on SWGOH.GG and I can't see what his tendencies are have led me just to make a decision. And that decision is I decided I was going to just set the same defense as last time. And this way it would leave me enough high-powered offenses to hopefully get through any of his teams, and it would build my own history on SWGOH.GG as a consistent thing over the first week. So that if I have an opponent in my second week that decides to go back and look at my history, he's going to see that I do quote-unquote the same thing every time and won't be expecting me to change things up, because I do intend to change things up for week 2. So having said that, let's go back to the board and see what's happened. Oh, he has attacked me. Not super surprising that he cleared a lot because, as you'll see in a sec, he saved a ton for offense. So let's look at the top. Again, it's the same as last time. Shakti clones, my Night Sisters, a Bastila Old Ben team, this Maul with a Marauder and Sith Trooper. He one-shot everything on the top. Down below, one-shot my Padme, my Newt squad, and my Dooku team here. Now I did make a change, and that change was in the back. I decided that I wanted BB-8 for offense, so because my first opponent hadn't even gotten to the back, I felt like I could make that change and it wouldn't affect my own history. So you can see down here, my Grievous took 3 battles, which is great, but I had taken BB-8 off that. Now, in order to take B1 and put it with Grievous, I had to throw in Chopper on my Puggle squad, but they still got a hold, so I'm happy about that. So I have some battles to work with, and then my fleet, for the second round in a row, didn't get cleared, which is really surprising to me. I expect home 1 to get taken out each time, but that's 2 battles in a row. Home 1 is held, so I saved both my Negotiator and my Malevolence just in case he put his Negotiator on defense, which if he's not clearing my home 1, that's what I expected happen, is he put it on defense. So let's take a look at what he left me and see what I'm going to do about it. This opponent has 15 G13s and 57 Gear 12s, and yet he left me some questionable defensive squads, at least in the front. A Phoenix team that's all Gear 10 and 11. A Dooku, Jango, Newt, which is fine. Newt doesn't have his Zeta. A Grievous squad, but they're all lower geared. And this Traya squad, again, lower geared. Down here on the bottom, a Shock T clones, but Shock T is only Gear 9. This Akbar, Lando, Leia team that are low gear, and then this really, really low gear Rogue One squad. So either he's keeping incredibly difficult teams in the back, or he has just set the weakest defense ever. And yeah, so I'm going to do my best to take out these squads in the front without underestimating them, but I'm also not going to throw away my best teams to do it because they are so weak. So let's see what we can do. I will start with the Shock clones, and they're clearly the best team you put on defense. So I'll use my CLS against them, and hopefully we'll just tear through them. That Shock is, like I said, Gear 9, so we'll just take her out from the get-go. There we go, 1 shot. And it's got 5s and Rex in there. This should go quick. And there we go. So 54 on that. So 54 is what I'm expecting on that. Let's move on. And next we will go with this Rogue One. And for that, we're going to take in Wampa. And I think Wampa can do it solo. That Rogue, I mean, let's just do solo. So I ended up fast forwarding that because I knew it was going to be over quick, and yeah. And we make Bronzium. Great. All right, next up we have this Rebel team. I double checked their kits just because it's been so long since I fought anything like this. And there's nobody on that team that is can do one single big hit or days or anything like that. So I'm just gonna go Nest solo on this. Pretty ridiculous that I'm able to come up against teams like this in Division 1. Like I said, this guy has tons of Gear 12 and Gear 13 at his disposal, and yet this is what he's setting on defense. Now, he might surprise me. He might have 4 amazingly hard teams in the back, but I think more likely than not, he just kept all of his best offense teams for, or kept all his best teams for offense. All right, let's take a look at what is in the back and see what he's left me, if he left me anything surprising. No, not really. Not really at all. So, yeah. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna take a look at how I'm gonna distribute my teams. I have way too much for offense at this point. Okay, I'm back and I have a plan. I have way too much offense. This is by far, I think, the weakest defense I've been against in a long time. Yeah, I'm just not sure what. Honestly, I'm not sure what he's expecting to have happen. This my opponent actually won his first round. So I don't know if that means that he was just more efficient than his first opponent, or what. Or maybe his opponent didn't attack. I don't know why you wouldn't attack if this is what you saw as as being there. But I figure go ahead and come on in and use this as an opportunity to get a lot of banners and get myself that much closer to Kyber, I guess. I don't know. So there's his Grievous down with the 53. I'm probably going to be undersizing like basically every one of these. Not every one of them. I'm going to take all my Geos against Dooku. Just because Dooku's annoying. Well, this was by far the best team he said, I think, in terms of synergy. Maybe not the toughest, the best geared or whatnot, but synergy-wise, definitely the best, he said. Okay, next up, we'll go against some Phoenix, and at this point, I'm just kind of piecemealing together teams. So strange to go against such weak squads. Like just consistently weak over and over and over. Honestly, kind of takes out the fun a little bit from Grand Arena, because it's not there's no challenge. I'm not like theory crafting. How am I going to get through this? Just feels like a job you have to get done now. So we'll take out this Phoenix and move along. Alright, let's take, again, I think I could even be soloing a lot of these, but just for, safety's sake, we'll two-man them. And that wraps that one up. Another 54. Let's see if he set his negotiator in the back like I think he did. He didn't even set his negotiator, so I don't even know what to think. I'm going to take my negotiator against him. Yeah. So... Oh, not my... There we go. I don't have Houndstooth, and that is okay. Yeah, this is so weird. So weird. I have never faced this consistently like, small amount of teams. It's just crazy to me. And maybe I'm getting overconfident. I don't know. Look, see, I'm about to lose my Ahsoka here. Yeah. So, that was overconfident. I should have put it in a tank. It's only a 60 there. So that was a home one team with no Millennium Falcon. I'd have to go back and check to see if he even owns Millennium Falcon at this point. Alright, so let's experiment a little bit. It's not even an experiment. Let's take out these Jawas and let's get the last 6 kills with our stormtroopers here. I was a little worried because, you know, the whole point with Jawas is that they can throw on the thermals and mess your guys up. The problem is he's not using the right Jawas. He doesn't have Jawa Scavenger in here, who's the main threat. So, yeah, he's got Nebbit and Daka and Engineer. So, I'll be embarrassed if I lose this, but I don't think I should. Let's clear all the buffs. And yeah, you can see he's got... even with my weak troopers and no leadership, this should be a clean win. Not full banners, but a clean win. And there we go. So, got that one down as well. Got my feet done for that, which is great, because I always think you never know when you're going to get the opportunity, and apparently I get the opportunity often. Next, we will take out this Hux team, and for that we're gonna just do Palpatine and Vader. I think that's enough. So, even though I don't get to have turn meter gain because of the Hux lead, and the Hux had the Zeta, it's not going to matter, because Vader's just going to come through and do Vader things, and there we go. Okay, on his Palpatine, and well, let's take out his one relic here that he put in, and I'm just going to solo it with Malak, because yeah, I don't think it poses much of a problem. So we'll throw that on auto, and we'll let Malak do his thing. It's going to take a little bit until Malak gets enough drains up to put healing immunity on, and yeah, just a matter of time. That's 2. There goes Holdo. And you can see now Poe can't heal, so he's gone. And one more, and Resistance Pilot will be done. And 56. So his best squad there goes down to a solo. I just don't understand the thought process to set a defense like this. And our final ones here, we'll take in, let's just take in 3, why not? So we'll fear them all, get all the debuffs, throw all the things, do all the lightning. Oh, got stuck behind Royal Guard. Bummer. And take them out before they can move. So there we have it, 2478. Probably my best score ever on 3v3. I'd have to go back and check. I guess thank you, Brady, for the match. It was a match. I don't, yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next round.